What's going on, guys? Tyler Frisbee here. I know I haven't posted in a while. Sorry. I have been both busy and I ran out of to review. So I apologize. I'm back. Yeah, for those of you who actually care. If you don't care, exit button somewhere up there. You know how to find it. Today, my friends, we are going to review probably one of my favorite backpacks I've used so far. I actually did a full video of this backpack, kind of pulling it out of the box, going through everything, looking at it, and I decided I didn't like that. I want this channel to be about products I have actually used. So, with that being said, let's get into it. So, what do we have today, my friends? This backpack I found, I want to say I found it twice. The first time I found it was just, browsing through backpacks that people liked. Second time I found it, kind of re-found myself upon the brand. One of my favorite YouTubers, you may know him, Peter McKinnon, released a camera bag. I think you know where I'm going with this company. And this isn't his camera bag, just full warning, I couldn't get a hold of it. I also don't need a new camera bag. I have one from Incase that I actually love. I've done a review on it if you're curious. But I am still on the search for what I consider the perfect backpack for me. And keep in mind, you're never going to find the perfect backpack, at least I don't think so, unless you yourself design it. So, with that being said, let's kind of see what this bag's about. So if you haven't figured out by now, this is I don't know why I did the whole the Nomatic Backpack, not to be confused with the Nomatic Travel Backpack. They are two different bags. One is physically larger, a couple different compartments. This is just the everyday backpack version. Now, one reason I didn't actually, and this is one of the reasons I haven't posted in a while, it took me so long to buy this bag because the first time I discovered it, I hated it. I hated the way it looked. I hated the material. I hated just everything about the aesthetic. The more I researched it, the more I've looked into it, I actually really like it. And the more I used it, obviously, now that I have it. I actually really like the bag. However, there are quite a few complaints I have, but that's to be said about anything. So as let's just kind of run through the outside of the bag, and then we'll get into the meat, so to speak. As far as the outside goes, it's waterproof, water-resistant material. I will never say waterproof unless it is. I know the difference. To my knowledge, there's no tape seams here. You can't fully submerge it with a laptop in there, and it's going to be fine. Water-resistant material, water-resistant zippers. They seem pretty weatherproof. I've kind of used it in light misting, not quite a rain, never had an issue. You do have handles on both sides and the top. No, you do not have a handle on the bottom. If you need a handle on the bottom, I don't know what you're carrying in your backpack because everything would just literally fall out of its pockets. The reason you have handles on the sides is also because of this awesome clip system they have back here, which if you don't use is very strong, so that you can use this as kind of a briefcase. I literally have never and will never use this feature, but if it's something you're looking for any reason, you have it. You can still see the shoulder straps. They kind of, as you can see, they kind of stick out the top a little bit. You can't fully hide this strap as well. So if that's something that bothers you, there you go. You do have this little kind of incognito zipper pocket. It's literally called a hidden pocket. It's about the size of a grown man's fist. I wear large glove, if you're curious, roughly hand, whatever. But it is there. You can hide money, passport, whatever you're doing on the whatever you're doing on the road. Your water pocket, water bottle, your water pocket. You can pour water into these pockets. No, your water bottle pocket holders on both sides are magnetized open and close with a stretchy material in between. Personally, I was curious on how big of a water bottle this could hold. The biggest I found is a standard cycling water bottle, or the smaller, I think it's like a 20-ounce Yeti tumbler. Even that's kind of a stretch in there. After using it after a while, it doesn't quite magnetize completely flush like I'd like it to, but that's kind of to be expected from elastic after it's been used. But generally, I'll just keep this in there. Normally, I'll carry around an Nalgene. That's definitely way too big. It's very rare to find a backpack that will hold a Nalgene. Top pocket, as far as external pockets go, it's kind of just fleece lined. I'll keep my AirPods in there. It does have a cable pass through if you want to charge your phone while it's in there. If your power bank's in here, we'll get that here in a second. But that's the outside of the bag. Oh, almost forgot. The bag does expand from 20 to 24 liters through this zipper. It kind of goes all the way around the bag, and then you can open it up. That is quite useful. That is one feature I actually didn't like because I didn't think I'd use it. After using it, shoving jackets and stuff in there, it actually is nice to just gain that extra 4 liters if you need it. If not, it doesn't look bad if it's there. So that's the outside of the jacket. Outside of the jacket, you can wear that. No, that's the outside of the bag. Let's kind of get into the front pocket, and then we'll dive into the main compartment itself. All right, so we're gonna dive into the front pocket of the bag. As far as front pockets of bags go, this is one of my favorite by far. Full disclosure, a lot of people complain about the corners on the zips. Both main compartment and front compartment. You will catch them. It's a corner zipper. They could have done it better. It's kind of hard to do corner zippers real well. Occasionally it will get caught. Not all the time, I have found, but I would say 1 out of 10 times it gets caught. Not really that frustrating to me, but it could be to other people, so just kind of throwing it out there. I will say, and they do have locked zippers, so you can throw like a TSA lock on there if you're traveling. I get confused almost every day. I've had this bag for about 2 weeks now. Week and a half to 2 weeks. I do get confused on which zippers are the main pocket and the front pocket, so one thing I found, just like put front pocket on this side, main pocket on that side, whatever, find your own system. But let's jump into the front pocket. Not a full clamshell, however, the zipper does go from the bottom of the bag all the way around to the other side, but the front pocket only opens kind of halfway. Sorry, I'm wearing a black shirt and this backpack is black, so if you can't see anything, I apologize. Inside, 4 mesh pockets, about the size of a Trident gun packet. No, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Just kind of roughly size. I'll just keep gum, power cable, power bank, and a little topo pouch in it. Underneath those, you have this kind of just general purpose pocket. It goes the full width of the front pocket and all the way down to the bottom. Technically, you can count this part as a pocket. It's just in between the front flap and the back piece that you can kind of shove down in there. It does have a zippered RFID blocking pocket for your passport, your phone, whatever. I just kind of throw random things in there. I don't use this as like a super travel bag, so I haven't put anything in there just yet. It does have, again, if you can't see, I'm sorry, pen pockets over here. You can kind of see those. A zippered pocket, not mesh, just standard zippered pocket. And then 2 small mesh pockets on this front flap. It's actually very well designed. There's not too much space. There's just enough for kind of everything that you would need to shove in this sort of a pocket. It's not anywhere where you want to shove anything thick, just kind of thin stuff that needs to be organized pretty well. All right, so let's get into the meat of this bag, the main compartment. I'm gonna hold the top because you're gonna love this. Full disclosure, if your front pocket is heavy, full of crap, this is going to slam on the table. Everyone will look at you. I've done it. Just take my advice. I caught it, see? So, you'll notice the binder fell out. I'm in chemistry, ignore the periodic table. On the front side here, you have two mesh pockets, top and bottom. I'll keep a calculator in there. That's just kind of your standard non-graphing calculator for size comparison. I keep a singular Band-Aid in here, not for any reason. That's just, I haven't found a lot I want to throw in the bottom. It kind of gets in the way of like pushing a binder in and out when you don't fully unzip it. You do have a cable pass through again if you just want to charge something and keep your power bank or your charging device in a separate pocket. We take the binder out. What we have here is two mesh pockets, top and bottom, on either side. One of them comes with like this little key strap thingy. I've literally never used it. I probably won't, but I'm not going to take it out. It is removable. Very hard to get back in there, so if you take it out, know you're going to never put it back in. It took me about 20 minutes to get it back in there, just full warning. The bag does come with this kind of like rectangular hard case. Sunglass holder, I don't have it in there. I had it in there. It was the most frustrating thing in the world to try to like shove this down in there because it would always get caught on everything and I'd have to like, pull the backpack open. So full warning, don't put that in there if you're going to be putting a laptop or binders or folders in here because it does get in the way. As far as like the main pockets of the bag, this is the second generation of this bag. They did two iterations, first gen, second gen. First gen was like the Kickstarter version. The second gen was just like, hey, we realized the first gen didn't work. Here's the second gen. So this generation has one big compartment here, kind of mesh pocket. It goes all the way down to the bottom. I fit like a very small notebook in there. Two mesh pockets right here. Power cables, you know, hand sanitizer, whatever you want to throw in there. That's kind of what I have. This piece is a Velcro kind of accordion style. So folders, the back one is fleece lined, so you can throw an iPad Pro in there. For me, it's just like an iPad Air. Nothing real big, but you can throw a full size. I think they said 12, whatever the bigger iPad Pro is, will fit in there, no issue. If you do have a case on it, it sticks further out, so if you're trying to throw binders in front of it, you may want to unzip that extender pocket to allow more room. Looking to the kind of the main computer compartment, I do have my MacBook Pro that I will throw in there. 15-inch, fits just fine. As long as you don't have a super thick laptop, you really shouldn't have any issue with it pushing these kind of folders and pockets out. Really the only time this backpack bothers me is when I'm trying to shove like a binder that's not like in a pocket in and out of the bag. It just kind of generally gets caught. That's a notebook, sorry. On things, nothing you can't really deal with in a matter of seconds. It's just, you can't just unzip this top part halfway and just throw things in there. I don't know why I'm taking that down. But that's the backpack. Like I said, I love it. So far, I have a few complaints on it, but there's not a backpack I found that I haven't had a few complaints on. So far, it's been honestly the best backpack I've used just for everyday stuff. I'd really like to have the travel version and kind of test that out for some trips I have coming up. But that's it, man. You know, if you guys like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, start our, conversation down there. If if you've used it, if you haven't used it, if you're looking at it, if you have another backpack you'd recommend that I review. I'm always open to recommendations of seeing, you know, what else is out there. I'll generally kind of stick to brands that are easier for me to access. So for the place that I work, but I'm not limited to those, and I don't represent the place I work in any way, shape, or form. I'll never name them on this channel, but I do work for a shop where I get discounts, so I'll generally stick to those brands, but I'm open to kind of recommendations. So let me know what you guys think, and I hope you have a great day.